I said, because in the entire Sermon on the Mount, there are only 2 places where Jesus said you can go to hell. Only 2 sins. There are many other sins listed in Sermon on the Mount. Telling lies, divorcing, hating your neighbor, that's a sin. Giving money to let other people see it, praying in public to impress others, that's a sin. Or fasting and letting everybody know about it, loving money, being anxious, judging others. So many things. Matthew 5, 6, and 7. But out of all these sins, he picks out 2 and said, they will send you to hell. If you pray and let other people know about it, you won't go to hell. It's a sin. If you fast and advertise your fasting, it's a sin, but you won't go to hell. If you don't love your enemy, it's a sin, but you won't go to hell. If you're anxious, that's a sin, but you won't go to hell. If you love money, that's a sin, but it may not take you to hell. But when it came to anger and dirty thoughts and lusting with your eyes and sinning with your hand, he said that'll take you to hell. You read Matthew 5 and 6 and 7, the Sermon on the Mount. The word hell comes only in these 3 places. Sin with your tongue, sin with your eyes, sin with your hands. Secretly. The other people don't know. We use the same eyes to read the Bible, to read songs, to sing it. We use the same tongue to speak words of God, words to God of praise, and use the same tongue to get angry with people. We use the right hand to hold the Bible and then hold the right hand to commit sexual sin. I believe the words of Jesus. And I'll tell you something. You don't need to be filled with the Holy Spirit to overcome these sins. There are lots of people who claim to be filled with the Holy Spirit and speak in tongues who commit all these sins. Believe me. There are Pentecostals, charismatics who get angry like anything, who commit sexual sin with their eyes, pornography, and their hands and everything. Their speaking in tongues has not solved that problem for them. I'll tell you the example of a man who was not even born again, who did not know anything about Jesus Christ, who did not have a Bible, who was not filled with the Holy Spirit, and who resisted at least adultery. Joseph. Young 20-year-old man, far away from his parents, in a house where somebody was tempting him every day, and he ran away. And I believe in those days, if there was pornography and there was a computer in front of him, Joseph would have run away from that too. What is it that made him run away? Not fullness of the Spirit. He feared God. You know, when that woman tempted him, what he said? You read in Genesis 39, how can I sin against God?